Hey, welcome. Eric Stephenson here. This is number 13, episode 13 of the Freelance Marketing Ninja Show. Yes, we've made it this far, and we're just going to keep going every day until I slip up, which I've not done in 13 days, which I'll toot my own horn. I'm proud of myself. Why not be? Because, celebrating wins, starting when you start something with celebrating a win, it actually frames your mindset. I don't know if you knew that, but it actually puts you in a winning mindset. So anything you do, start with a win. Start with thinking about a win and just see what happens, see what kind of results that generates for you. Anyways, so on today's show, a couple of things I want to do. Number one of the purposes of this show is just to document what I'm doing as a digital marketer. And this is a continuation from the last couple of days. I am excited about Reels, about how that might help you to build an audience. There's lots of potential there, and I'm still figuring it out, still kind of studying it. But I have been continuing to post Reels to Instagram. That's what's worked better for me than Facebook. I was lured by the idea that the Reels on Facebook are new, but my Reels are doing much better on Instagram than they are on Facebook. I've even shared some of the little short videos to TikTok, and Instagram for me is outperforming TikTok. I don't know why. I have a face for radio, maybe. Do have a sweet beard though, and I don't know. Maybe on Instagram they just like the sweet beard. It's the algorithm. The algorithm just picks it up, and in about an hour, couple hours, I've got a couple thousand views, maybe 30, 40, 50, 60 likes. The first reel I did had 100 people who liked it. So, yeah, the idea is, make these little short videos, they 30, 60 seconds. And when you're starting to do it, my thought is that if you just create value, you just provide value, and you keep doing that over and over and over and over again, you will start to build an audience. You'll start to build goodwill, and then after you have a certain number of subscribers, a certain number of people who follow you, a certain number of people who recognize your voice, recognize your face, and know, like, and trust you, then if you start making offers, you will probably see sales come in, right? But if you're just always trying to sell people all the time, might be harder for you to build an audience organically. That's the strategy that I learned, from one of the mentors inside of a full stack marketer about email, about approaching email, is that you want to find a good balance between providing some value and not just trying to sell something, but really trying to help people, and making offers. Because as a marketer, you have to make offers or you're not going to make money. So you do have to find and strike that balance. I think with content marketing, my approach is build a lot of value first, give until it hurts, and then maybe eventually make the offers. So that's one of the things I'm doing. Another thing I'm doing is I am going direct, doing some paid ads directly to cold traffic, directly to an offer. So maybe a little bit opposite of what has been taught, or what I learned. Initially as an affiliate marketer, just because the traffic source I'm using has I've had a little bit of trouble getting folks to opt in with the opt-in pages that I've used in the past. So just really just trying to test the offer to see if the keywords I'm using, and the traffic source and the ads, if the people are even going to convert on the offer. And I'm about breaking even with the just some initial testing. Again, I'm using Microsoft ads, and I've limited the search engines to only Microsoft, Yahoo, and Bing. You can, with Microsoft ads, you can also use they have syndicated They call it their syndicated search engines, I think, something like that, which there are hundreds of these unknown or very little known search engines that you can also advertise on. I was doing a little research and discovered that the quality of those clicks may not be as high. They are cheaper clicks. From what I've seen, about 20% cheaper than if you're focusing just on the well-known search engines, Yahoo, Bing, and AOL. Yeah, so trying to figure out if it's worth it to get the cheaper clicks, or if it's more worth it to go after supposedly what's going to give you higher quality. So yeah, that's what I'm focused on as in my marketing, and of course, just continuing to email my list every other day. Every day, 2 times a day, and really the other big thing that I'm just really spending a lot of time, a lot of my attention on, is mindset. That's something when I got started, I didn't probably work as hard on the mindset as I wish I should have, because I think, well, I saw some value in it. Like I was just motivated on like, hey, what do I need to do to make money right now? What did I just trying to create results as fast as possible. But um, you really need the mindset to overcome obstacles. You need the mindset um, to just keep going, to be resilient in the face of whatever you comes up with. You need the mindset to take the risks. And what I'm also finding though is the mindset is kind of a good way to build an audience, just to talk about success principles, just to talk about motivational ideas. That's a People will respond to that, and it's a great way to build an audience. And I've got some other ideas for that later on, which I'm not about to share yet. But that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm documented as far as my own journey. So next, I want to do the second edition of this little piece, this little section of the Freelance Marketing Ninja Show. This is called the Beginner Tip of the Day, but I've upgraded this a little bit. So just watch this. So you might be wondering, Eric, what does the I mean? Is there any significance to it? No, I threw that together in about 20 minutes, because I wanted to have like a cool little intro, just like you might in a show, right? The purpose of this is to be a show and not just me like lecturing at you. So we might have little intros like that. That might change for the beginner tip of the day. But the beginner tip of the day, back to what I just said. One of the first things you really should focus on is your mindset. And one of the ways to do that is just by listening to an audiobook every day. Something really focused on changing the way you might think, changing your paradigm about the world. You'll probably find these books in the personal development section of your bookstore or Amazon. And I think an audiobook is even an easier way to do it, because you can just stick your headphones in no matter what you're doing. If you're working out, if you're just working in your garden, whatever, and just listening to that for maybe 30 minutes a day. What you might eventually find is the way that you think changes a little bit. And you can use that in a lot of different ways. As I said earlier, you can use that, what you learn, to build an audience. You can use that to improve your tenacity, just your whole approach to life even. I mean, mindset is more than just about wealth. It's really about creating the results you want in your life, in your relationships, with money, maybe even with your health, right? So mindset is huge, and that's something that you shouldn't ignore, like I did in the beginning. That's your mindset tip. That's your beginner tip of the day. All right. Last thing I wanted to talk about on today's show is this tool. This one tool that I've been using for about the last year, and I didn't realize until I really thought about it how critical it's been to a lot of things I've done in my own freelance marketing business. And that tool, it's a free tool, of course, and a lot of people use it, but I don't think it's something that we talk about so much when we're talking about funnels and ads and all these things. And this tool is called Canva. I don't know if you're listening, if you know what Canva is, drop a comment in the chat if you like Canva. And if you don't know what it is, I'm just going to show you really quick, kind of what I've done with Canva, so you can get an idea of how you might integrate it into your business. So let's share the screen. And this is Canva. It's a if even if you're it's just really a way to create graphics and simple videos that you can use, and you'll use these at a lot of places in your marketing. If you do any kind of content marketing, if you do Instagram, I use them in my funnels actually. A lot of times on like if I create a video and I've embedded that video into a funnel, I will create a thumbnail slide in Canva, and we'll just even you've seen some of this stuff like the logo to this show or the head, the header on my Facebook, just all created in Canva. Very easy to pull this stuff together, even if you're not a graphic designer. This stuff is really easy to build. I built other logos in here. Here's one I really like the logo, and I'm still trying to figure out how to use this brand. But um, yeah, I just built that in Canva. It probably took me 15 minutes to put that together. And whereas if I was, still a graphic designer, that's one of the first jobs I had out of college. That probably I would have probably spent an hour to get that back in the day. So Canva really makes it easy to build these kind of things. Let's create a quick design just so you get a feel for what's here. Say you wanted to create an Instagram post. You don't have to know what the size of anything is. You just type it in here, and whatever you need, the size comes up. That's a 1080 by 1080, which is a square. First thing it gives you is templates, and you just have even suggestions of maybe where to start. This is one of the things that makes it really easy, is just all of these different suggestions that have already been built by professional graphic designers. So you can make good looking stuff without you having to come up with necessarily the design concept. And depending on what you're doing, say that you wanted to build something motivational. So we can just search for motivation, and then it'll change the templates to be just motivation related. So some of these are pretty cool. Like I like this one because it's I like some things about it. I don't like everything about it, but it's easy to read. That's one of my goals. If I ever just create a little graphic that's easy to read. Ooh, wait a minute! I like this one. And see, I can just click on that, and it's it'll just replace whatever you picked. Now you can go the hard way too. You don't have to necessarily go with their templates. You can just build it one element at a time as well. Um, we see this video that I just used and I built in the for the beginner tip of the day. But you've got photos, you've got videos, and you can search in the in the photos as well, or videos. So maybe we want to look for something motivational all related. We got different photos. I've used these kind of photos all the time with the silhouettes with people sticking their arms up in the air. Been doing those kind of things for years. Like that's actually pretty cool. You've got little graphics you can use. Right. So, say you can even combine them. So let's take this photo. I can just change the size of it by holding shift. I don't even have to hold shift. I just pull out the corner, right? And then I can add a graphic on top of it. And we can even put overlay text on top of it. So we can either just start with plain text, or they even Canva has some cool font combination suggestions too. If oops, I gotta undo that. I erased the wrong thing. There we go. So it kind of has suggestions here of just fonts that already kind of look good together, and it's got cool effects on it. Um, so this it didn't really take me that long to build something like this, and I probably would put a little more thought onto something like this before I actually put this on Instagram. But as you can see, just to kind of put together some graphics and some photos and some text, not really that hard. And I've done lots of cool stuff. I mean, I've done Facebook banners. Um, there's little video thumbnails that I've done. I really kind of like this one. Even put a picture. You can take pictures of yourself, and there's actually a filter where it removes the background for you. And that that probably took me 20 minutes to put together. Based it just off of one of the templates that was this. Well, you can see the template I use, right? You can see the actual template I used to build that. So, uh, anyways, you should totally be using Canva. If you're not, it's free. I actually do pay a subscription to Canva because there are extra, like the best graphics and the best fonts and everything do require like a small subscription fee. I'm not an affiliate, so don't worry about me trying to promote it. I'm just think that you should be using this in your business. Anyways, that is today's show. Hope you got some value out of it. And I will see you tomorrow for episode number 14. Take care.